Hello, my name is James Sapirstein. I'm the President and CEO of AzurRx. We trade on NASDAQ and symbol AzurRx. And just recently, we've announced the exclusive licensing agreement with First Wave Bio for the use of micronized niclosamide in the treatment of immune checkpoint inhibitor-associated colitis and in infections, COVID-19 GI infections. The logic behind the acquisition was fairly simple. We wanted to seize an opportunity to expand and become a stronger company with 3 clinical shots on goal in 2021. Not to mention, niclosamide was a great addition to our existing portfolio of targeted non-systemic therapies for gastrointestinal diseases. Firstly, niclosamide is an FDA-approved antiparasitic with a broad spectrum antiviral effect and a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory property, which has been safely used by millions of patients around the globe without causing immunosuppression and any other complications related to steroid therapies. Secondly, it was developed as an ideal candidate for targeted the GI with its minimal systemic exposure and clean safety history. With COVID-19, niclosamide was recently identified by the Institute Pasteur of Korea as a potent inhibitor of SARS-CoV-2, which is the virus that causes COVID-19, with a potency 40 times greater than remdesivir, which is the drug currently being used in the hospital to treat COVID-19 patients. Emerging evidence confirms that severe GI complications from COVID and the transmittal of fecal spread of the virus into the gut. In fact, a recent study showed that 18% of all COVID patients reported GI symptoms, and almost 50% of all COVID patients had viral DNA in their stool. To put this in perspective, of the 26 million cases of confirmed COVID-19 patients in the United States, that translates into approximately 4.7 million patients with GI infection. That number, consequently, is 4 times larger around the globe. Despite the urgent need to reduce the burden for patients and the enormous potential for transmissions in hospitals, there is currently no targeted treatment for COVID GI infections. The rapid development and approval for COVID-19 vaccines has been astounding. However, vaccinating the global population will take years, and it's likely the boosters will be required to sustain the vaccine's effort, as we're seeing now, particularly with all the different strains from South Africa, the UK, and Brazil, and others that will continue to pop up. We believe that the oral micronized version or formulation of niclosamide has the potential to destroy COVID in the GI tract and can be safely used for both patients who exhibit GI infection symptoms as well as patients who test positive for the virus. Our plan is to move quickly and initiate an IND-approved phase 2 COVID-19 GI infection trial in the first quarter of this year. We plan on announcing that very soon, followed by our plan to initiate a COVID 1B/2A ICI-AC trial in the second quarter of this year. We will seek to expedite both programs given the excellent historical safety record of niclosamide, and we will explore additional ways to move quickly in both programs. Our inhibitor-associated colitis program may potentially be eligible for breakthrough designation, and our COVID-19 program will be eligible, should be eligible for the FDA expedited 505(b)(2) pathway. This acquisition illustrates our drive to be creative and be opportunistic and deeply committed in helping patients and rewarding our stakeholders. We have a lot to accomplish in 2021, but we are filled with optimism and eagerness to work hard in bringing novel therapies in the area of significant unmet medical need. Thank you. And thank you for being an investor.